of the Northwest landscape. Now they're ready for a front yard that's as charming as their house. First up is Kate Easton. Her design creates a variety of lush outdoor spaces for both parents and kids.
As we move along this path here, there's flowering shrubs here, and right where this pile of dirt is now will be a small little seating area with the bench underneath the tree. Behind the bench are some ferns.
A 10-foot-high trellis gate would mark the entrance to the yard. Pillars on either side of the gate match the style of the house.
And then in the corner, just as you come through the gate here, there's a plant called New Zealand flax. So just a little bit of color just as you come through the gate, because you have this very formal looking gate, and then you come through and you realize, oh, this is not a formal yard anymore. It's very relaxed. It's very much, a children's play area as well as an adult relaxation space.
Perfect.
Just off the pathway behind the garage will be a special nook just big enough for the two parents to find some peace and quiet.
The parental tranquil area.
A bit of privacy.
Yes.
That sounds great.
But before the house can relax, this major eyesore needs some attention.
Kate, what are you going to do over against this fence to kind of camouflage, or is no camouflage needed?
Well, a couple things that we're going to do is we're going to clean this fence off. There'll be some flowering plants here, but then about in this space is a trellis with climbing hydrangea.
Kate's also got something new in mind for the old patio area.
And imagine a water feature where your beach ball is.
Oh, goodbye beach ball, hello water feature. All right. Good. It's an improvement. It's a step up.
That's great. And it will be an arched wall with a little bit of spigot in the center of it that just trickles water out into a basin.
At the porch, 2 urns planted with sky pencils will mark the entrance of the home. Boxwoods will be planted to hide the porch step.
It's really spectacular, the design you've created.
Next is landscape designer Daniel Lowry, who proposes a dramatic entryway and some practical solutions.
I want you to know a very important part of my design here
is great.
is this cart that's going to help you out on your trips, daily trips back and
there's
forth.
there's a lot of trips.
At the entrance to the yard, a covered gate provides some privacy and shelter. The ancient maple tree will stay put, but the retaining wall around it will be replaced by large boulders. 5 more full moon maples will be planted throughout the yard.
I brought this sample, a cutting off of a tree.
What happens to the leaves in the fall?
They change from green to gold to orange to red and then to purple. It's a beautiful progression of fall colors.
Beautiful.
A focal point of the design includes what Daniel calls a terrace retreat. With a water feature and some new outdoor furniture, it will be a tranquil space for the entire family, and it's an opportunity to add a punch of color.
This is sunbrella fabric. It can be, you can make some cushions or make some pillows, so there's consistent color out here.
It's gorgeous. And what's this plant here going to be used for?
This is a honeysuckle that I envision on the arbor.
So that's a vine?
It's a vine. It blooms in the summertime and there's a sweet fragrance. So it'll be very enjoyable to be around.
Of course, the yard needs room for the house 3 children to play too.
To the left of the main path, this area is set aside for a large lawn. It has it's a semicircular area.
So this is where the kids can play.
The kids can do anything they want right here.
I can see them from the kitchen window.
You're right.
Which is good.
At the edge of the lawn, Daniel would place boulders for the children to climb on and intersperse some delicate flowering plants, such as astilbe, mango poker lilies, and Cape fuchsia.
You've got an amazing eye for color and design. I mean, everything just blew us away.
Robin Hagland is last. Robin's design complements the Howe's craftsman home while adding some distinctive new details.
You'll start moving into a flagstone walkway along here. And to the right, there'll be a small bed along this way. And then you'll have the play area. So off in this area, you'll have the big boulders that the kids will be able to play on. And joining up with it, we're going to have a pea gravel-filled sandbox for the little ones as well.
Robin has also made room here for the children's stepping stones and kid-friendly edible plants like blueberries. Past the play area, a basalt column water feature will capture visitors' attention.
The footprint is about a 12-foot diameter circle, so it's pretty substantial
big, yeah.
base.
Yeah.
It'll be filled with river rock in the base, and then you'll have your 5-foot, 7-foot, and 9-foot column, which is really big.
Yeah.
This is a plant called a fairy's fishing wand to put around the water feature. I really like the way the little flower heads nod in the breeze. It has kind of a papery texture to it.
Yeah, it does. It's amazing.
As well as just this
Pretty.
sweet little pink flower. What we can take a look at is the material that your path is actually going to be built out of, as well as your patio. This is a slate material, and I brought you a few samples of it. As you can see, it rusts up
Yeah, it
in
does.
the weather.
And you can put it in sand
It'll be a sand set, a crushed gravel, actually.
and then stuff in between?
Right. Some of the thyme we can do, and some other little creepy crawly plant materials.
Across from the fountain, Robbins included a fire pit made of chunky rock to serve as a gathering point for the family.
I've got a really cool element I wanted to show you to add on to the garden and tie it into your front entrance. This is called a rain chain.
Oh, wow.
And it helps divert water from your gutters in a way other than just using gutters all the way down to the ground.
Get a lot of rain in Seattle, so it's gonna be used a lot.
Right.
The rain chain would hang over 2 urns, which would be drilled with holes and placed over the existing drain.
I really hope you enjoyed it and have enjoyed the process as much as I have.
Each of our 3 designers have given Scott and Kathy a lot of sound ideas, but once they make their choice and work gets underway, will they hit a snag? See how they pull through. Scott and Kathy Howe are ready for a front yard that will bring the beauty of the Northwest right to their front door. But with a family of 5, there are a lot of needs to consider.
I like a little castle to play in.
A castle to play in?
After some serious debate, Kathy and Scott have decided on the design that's right for them. Will it be Kate Easton's lushly planted pathway with a hideaway nook? Or is it Daniel Lowry with his tranquil terrace retreat? Or will it be Robin Haglund with her stone fire pit and dramatic basalt water column?
We chose Robin. We thought her attention to detail and the rapport that we had with her was fantastic. But now that we've made the choice, we are so excited to get started.
We cannot wait.
I'm tired of living in a mud pit.
Creating Kathy and Scott's garden is just really going to be fun. They've done so much work on building just a beautiful home and restoring it and bringing it back to its original beauty. And I'm looking forward to helping them build a complementary garden that'll really work for them and will also complement all the work that they've done on the home.
But first, there's a lot of digging to be done, and there are some huge boulders that won't be easy to move. Robin and Kathy leave the heavy lifting to the professionals, and